Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I am a recovering PMS Gremlin. I'm here to help you learn, practice, and refine the tools that will see you finding your emotional stability and just improving the quality of your life. I've created this little sequence to help you during that time when you feel your PMS Gremlin wanting to break free. So hop onto the mat and we'll begin. So welcome to this lovely practice for you and your PMS Gremlin. And you can both start by sitting up nice and tall and rolling the shoulders down, placing the hands on the thighs. Great, and just now, take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose to settle in. And you want to feel uplifted by the inhale breath. And then calmed by the exhale, very important. And take a few more like that. So breathing in energy and new life. And then breathing out the anger, the negativity. And just take a few more rounds like that. So breathing is this fantastic tool that can give you a complete attitude adjustment whenever you need it. So just stopping and taking a few deep breaths just allows you to refresh, get a bit of perspective, and feel good again. So take another round. And a nice long breath out. Just a few more, just really simple, starting off just by noticing how you feel, accepting it. So keep breathing deeply. Feeling things starting to be a little bit more spacious as you breathe into the body. And we're here because we want to get into our bodies, we want to get out of our minds, give the thinking mind a rest. We can get caught up in our heads, in our stories, in negativity. And those thoughts and stories can sink down to our hearts and cause us to feel really grumpy, unhappy. So by just getting back into our bodies, by breathing and moving, we can totally change things. So take one more big breath. A nice long breath out. Great, and you can open your eyes. And we'll take a little twist to begin. So I want you to bring your left hand to your right knee and then swim the right fingertips behind the back. Sit up nice and tall as you take a big breath in. And then as you take a big breath out, just gently refine the twist. So keep the heart lifting, the spine nice and long, shoulders gliding down the back. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Just thinking about releasing anything that's causing you to feel a bit flat or down. So literally wringing it out of the body. Take one more breath here. Nice long exhale to release. Great. And then gently unwind. Come back to the center. Let's take the other side. So right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips behind the back. Sit up nice and tall. Lift the heart up. Uplift yourself. And then as you exhale, gently refine and deepen the twist. Commit to letting go now of your bad mood if you're in one. Choose to think positively, to feel good. Take one more breath. Exhale, wring it all out. Great, and then gently unwind, come back to the center. Time to roll onto all fours. Find a nice stable tabletop position. So I like to stack my shoulders above my wrists, my hips above my knees, and I'm going to keep my toes curled under to get a little bit more juice into the cat-cow flow and to stretch the soles of the feet. And we're going to flow through cat-cow, linking breath with movement. So as you breathe in, really open through the chest, arch the back. Send your soft gaze, your heart, your hips up to the sky. And then with your exhale, you're going to round through the spine, finding length as you draw the tailbone down and tuck your chin in towards the chest. And repeat, so breathing in, arching and opening. And then as you breathe out, rounding and lengthening. And just keep flowing here for a few breaths. It's so simple, so lovely, so delicious. And yoga is a great way during that time of the month just to burn that frantic, nervous energy off. Just releasing any stuck emotional energy from the body. You'll feel a lot lighter, a lot freer. So take another couple of rounds. Linking the whole breath with the whole movement. Great, feeling good. Taking one more. Inhale, arch. And then exhale to round and lengthen. Excellent. Come back to your neutral spine. We're going to stretch the arms out in front. Get a nice little stretch for the spine first. So sink the hips back onto the heels. You can rest the forehead down to the mat. You can roll a little side to side, stretching out the shoulders, the chest. And getting ready now. We're going to lift our hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. So send your seat as high to the sky as it will go. That's it. Really stretch it up, wiggle the hips, wag the tail. You can bend the knees, pedal out through the legs. Just do whatever you like to do, whatever feels good here for you. Find a little freedom. And just really put your unique stamp on it. This is home-based, downward dog, so get comfortable. Just check that you're spreading the fingers wide, pressing the yoga mat away from you, lengthening out the spine, sending the hips high to the sky. You can find a little length in the legs now by seeing if you can drop the heels down towards the mat. And breathe deeply, smile, and just feel at ease. Feel the body stretching and strengthening and lengthening. It's creating space, feeling good. So one more big, beautiful breath in. A cleansing breath out. And then bend your knees, keeping your hips high, send the gaze forward. And then take a nice little stroll up to meet your hands, nice and slowly. When you reach the top, bend the knees a lot. Lay the chest on the thighs, grab opposite elbows for ragdoll, reaching your sitting bones high and letting the crown of the head lengthen down towards the mat. Keep your toes soft, the muscles in the face soft and relaxed. And take a few sways here, side to side. This is a beautiful pose for overwhelm, anxiety. Feels like you're literally hitting the refresh button, just flushing anything yucky away. Coming back to center, back to neutral. I find this really comforting, the swaying, the dangling, opening the backs of the legs, beautiful space in the spine. Take one more breath in.
Exhale, release completely. Gently release the fingertips down to the mat. And we're going to patiently, slowly roll up through the spine. So draw the chin in towards the chest. Trace the fingertips up the legs. As you roll on up really slowly, bone by bone. When you reach the top, smile, roll the shoulders a few times. That's it. Great, and bring your hands to your heart now. I want you to close your eyes. And we're going to make this practice really count. And I'd like to teach you this positive affirmation I've been using. It's very simple. It's I choose. I choose. So you repeat the sentence. I choose to think positively. I choose to be kind to myself. I choose to forgive myself when I get grumpy. It's so powerful. It just puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life. No more being a victim to your PMS gremlin and letting them control you. I choose. So take one breath in. Really feel that I choose mentality in your whole body. And then exhale. Release. Open your eyes. Release the hands down. Let's flow through some sun salutations. Inhale. Sweep the arms down, around and up. Full body stretch. And then as you exhale, take the dive. Swan dive down. Forward fold. Find your flat back and your halfway lift as you breathe in. As you exhale, planting the fingertips down, stepping back straight to downward dog today. And stretch out. So we have a few breaths just to play, to explore, to breathe, to smile, to feel good. And don't take yourself too seriously. Wiggle the hips, wag the tail. Take some nice, long, deep breaths. And just focus on that feeling of feeling good, feeling free in the body, feeling calm in the mind. A nice, open, soft heart. Take one more breath in. And a nice, long, cleansing exhale. And then bend the knees, look forward. And take a nice, slow, graceful step up to the top of the mat. Find a halfway lift, breathing in. And a forward fold, breathing out. Press into the feet, nice strong legs as you rise up, leading with the heart. And then as you exhale, draw the hands down to prayer. Great. Let's take a few more rounds. Breathing in, stretching, standing tall. And then exhale, take the dive, forward fold. Flat back, breathe in. And then exhale, plant the fingertips, step back, downward facing dog. Stretch out. And just feel elongated in all four limbs. In that beautiful long spine. Just feeling spacious. Using the breath to shine a light into every corner of the body. The mind, the heart too. So take one more breath in. As you exhale, melt the chest back to the thighs. And now breathe in, look forward in between the hands. A nice, light, silent step up to the top of the mat. Great. Lift and lengthen, halfway lift, glide the shoulders down the back. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down. Press into the feet, rise up. Nice, tall, lifted spine. And then exhale, hands to your heart. We've got one more round. Feeling good. Breathing in, stretching and reaching.
And then breathing out, swan dive, all the way to the bottom of the breath.
Lift and lengthen into your flat back. Breathe in.
And then exhale, plant the fingertips, step back, downward facing dog.
And do what you need. Wag the hips. Pedal out the legs. Keep connected to the breath. The number one tool that'll make you feel better is the breath. These yoga shapes are great too, but they're nothing without deep breathing. So one more breath. A nice long breath out. Great. Bend the knees, look forward.
And then a nice light long step up to the top. Halfway lift. Flatten the back. And then exhale, chest to thighs all the way down. Press down into the feet and rise up. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to heart. How are you feeling? Good? I bet you are. So let's move on. Press into the feet. We'll take that beautiful rise up with the breath in. This time, soften the knees, hands through heart as you pour the spine down into your forward fold. Release the fingertips to the mat. Come and find your halfway lift, flattening the back, lengthening the neck. And this time, as you exhale, I want you to plant the fingertips. Take a big step back with that right foot. So coming into low lunge with left leg in front. And just take a breath here. Have a nice lifted heart, a nice long back leg, getting a nice stretch into the hips. A few deep breaths. Great. And spin the back foot down now. We're getting ready for warrior one. So think railway tracks, not tightrope. So a nice wide stance. Square the hips, bend into the front knee, anchor the back heel. When you're ready, rising up to find warrior one. So lifting the arms up and overhead. And just spend a few moments just doing your little refinements to your warrior one to feel strong, to feel lifted, and to feel at ease. So we don't want to be too strong that we're rigid. So find that nice balance between strength, steadiness, and ease. And take a few breaths. Make the exhales really long. One more like that. Big breath in, lift the heart. As you exhale, swim the hands behind the back and find an interlaced clasp. We're going to take a breath in, lift the heart up. And then as you exhale, come into humble warrior. So pour the spine down and bring the left shoulder to the inside of that left knee. And let the head dangle, totally release the head. At any moment now, you can release the fingertips either side of that front foot for stability. And just connect to the strong legs. Really stable lower body. And then let the upper body be fluid and soft. Take one more breath. A nice long breath out. Great. And then we're going to slowly transition to pyramid. So you might need to adjust the feet a little. Step the back foot up. And we're going to draw that left hip crease back, straighten through the front leg. And forward fold over the front leg, coming into pyramid. And this is a beautiful pose for grounding, centering. All of which we need right now, just to calm ourselves down, find emotional stability. So take another couple of breaths. Feeling good, feeling nice and calm. Last one, really breathe deeply.
And a nice long exhale. Great. I want you to rebend the front knee. Wiggle that back foot back a little, lengthening the back leg. Finding yourself back in your low lunge. And you're going to step back into downward facing dog. Nice and simple. Take a couple of breaths here, wiggling the hips. Releasing the neck. Just tuning into any sensations that are coming up. Take one last breath. Beautiful long exhale, and then bend the knees, look forward. Take a nice long light step, top of your mat. And then find your halfway lift. And your forward fold all the way down. Press into the feet and rise up, leading with the heart as you breathe in. Hands to heart as you exhale. Other side now, so breathing in, stretching and reaching. And then as you exhale, soften the knees, pour the hands through the heart, the spine down over the legs, into your forward fold. Find that beautiful flat back as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, plant the fingertips. Take a big step back with the left leg. Right foot in front. Find your low lunge, lengthen the back leg, lift the heart. Take a breath. Really long cleansing exhale. Great. And then spin the back foot down. Warrior one. So set your feet up, nice square hips. Bend into the front knee. When you're ready, connect to the power in the legs so you can rise up, finding your warrior one. Keep opening through the chest. Keep lifting the heart up. Keep breathing, keep smiling. You're strong, but you can stay here at ease just for another breath. Beautiful long exhale. Last one, breathing in, maybe looking up, lifting the heart. As you exhale, swim the hands behind the back. And breathe in, interlace the hands. Make the spine nice and long. Lift the heart up. With the exhale, humble warrior, pour it down. That's it. So right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Back leg is strong and straight, anchoring that back foot. And you can release the fingertips down to frame the front foot whenever you like. The legs are strong and stable. The upper body is fluid. Take one more breath. Nice long exhale. Last one, big breath. Beautiful long breath out. Let's transition into pyramid. So slowly start to straighten through, drawing that right hip crease back. And keep folding down over that strong, straight front leg. Keep squaring the hips. Keep lengthening the spine. Crown of the head, drawing down towards the mat. Just feeling calm and grounded here. Just releasing any unwanted tension, feelings of frustration or irritation. Just feeling grounded, calmed, with a very strong connection to your center, your higher self. Take one more breath. Beautiful long exhale. Gently release. Rebend the front knee. Come and find yourself in your low lunge again. Lengthen that back leg. Lift the heart up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step to the top of the mat. Great. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale all the way down. Press into the feet. I want you to rise up, leading with the heart. Take a big breath. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Great. We're going to make our way down to the floor. So inhale, lift up, really rise and reach. As you exhale, soften the knees, swan dive. Enjoy that beautiful movement. Halfway lift, roll the shoulders down the back. And then as you exhale, plant the hands, stepping straight back, downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths. Make them good ones. Make them long and luscious. Last one, big breath in. Long, long, long breath out. Great, bend the knees. Soften them down to the mat. Great, and I want you to swing the legs around. Oh, a nice, elegant transition onto our backs. Come and center yourself. And then slowly, gently, we're going to roll down. But I want you to activate the core. Let's do it mindfully. Reach forward, plug the shoulders back into the sockets. Keeping the core engaged, we'll roll down nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. We've arrived. So here we are, lying on our backs. We've got our soles of the feet on the mat, and I want you to point your knees straight up to the sky. Just check in to see that you've got your feet at hip distance apart, and your knees also nice and parallel. So then keep a nice open chest. We're going to lift our hips up for a bridge pose, an uplifting, energizing back bend. So listen to my voice. Don't watch the video now. You want your neck to be in neutral position, not turning to the side. So here we go. Listen to my voice. As we breathe in, we're going to simply lift our hips up off the mat. Keep them lifting, keep them lifting. Keep a nice broad chest, so collarbones spreading wide, heart opening and lifting. You might even like to snuggle the shoulders underneath the back and interlace the hands behind the back. Maybe. Wherever you are, keep the hips lifting, keep the breathing nice and smooth and steady. So feeling uplifted by this bridge pose, this back bend. Feeling energized, feeling that positive energy running through the body. So I love this pose because it feels like I'm literally uplifting my mood. Can't help but smile. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, we're gently going to release down, bone by bone. Hips back onto the mat. Great. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. We'll take a few nice deep breaths here. This is a beautiful pose for complete surrender. So just tuning in to those sensations, however you're feeling, just being completely accepting of them, not trying to resist. Just breathing into them. And letting them go. Let's take one more beautiful round of breath. Nice long exhale. And then slowly, gently, I want you to lift the knees back up and come and find yourself in happy baby. So shine the soles of the feet up to the sky. You can draw the knees down towards the armpits. Keep the lower back nice and long. And I like to rock a little side to side here, really connecting to my inner child, my happy baby. Reminds me of my son Roman. Such a beautiful, gorgeous little goblin. So just reminding yourself to be lighthearted, to be playful during this tricky time. And make friends with your PMS gremlin. Don't see them as your enemy. See them as someone that you have to forgive and accept and love as part of yourself. It's like that mischievous little shadow. So just take another couple of breaths, smiling and breathing. And when you're ready, you can gently release. And just bring the soles of the feet back to the mat. Extend the arms out wide. And we're going to drop the knees across to the left as you gaze across the right shoulder. A little spinal twist. Taking a breath. Great. Rolling back to center, lifting the knees up. And we're going to drop the knees over to the right and gaze across the left shoulder. Feels great. And then lifting back up, give yourself a big, 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 juicy, loving hug, and one for your PMS Gremlin too. Both feeling very loved, very accepted. Maybe even forgiven if you've been a rat bag. That's it. Great. And we're going to gently, slowly now roll onto our left side or your right side, doesn't really matter. And then roll on up to find a comfortable seat. And come and find easy pose. So just sitting cross-legged, grounding down through the sitting bones, letting the spine lengthen up. Find a nice lift through the crown of the head and a rolling down of the shoulders. And get comfortable and close your eyes. And we're just going to spend a few moments here just in a conscious relaxation. Just breathing nice and naturally now. And just tuning in to those feelings, to those sensations. Just being completely accepting of them. Noticing they're there, whatever is there. And then releasing them, letting them go. So this is the secret to moving through discomfort, uncomfortable feelings, negative thoughts, witnessing them, accepting them, releasing them. Sounds simple, it's very hard to practice, takes daily commitment. And I want you to return to that positive affirmation now, I choose. So as you're sitting here breathing deeply, just reminding yourself, I choose. I choose to be kind to myself. I choose to think positively. I choose to act kindly to myself and to others. I choose to use this time that can be tricky emotionally as a time of personal spiritual growth. Just taking another couple of rounds of breath now. I should be feeling really good, uplifted, calm, relaxed. Let's take one more big deep breath. A beautiful long breath out. And you can slowly open your eyes. I hope you feel amazing. I feel really good. And these tools of yoga, of consciousness, of being kind to myself, of self-care, they really help me throughout that time of PMS. And I hope they help you too. Let me know if they do. Thank you for practicing with me.
Namaste.